the FA's Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Strategy 2021 to 2024. A game for all. Deliver a game free from discrimination. The contents. Foreword. Our philosophy. Equality, Diversity and Inclusion, for short, EDI. Our journey to change. Other EDI highlights. An integral part of the FA Group's strategy. A game for all. Our 3 commitments. Commitment 1. Lead the change. Commitment 2. Be the change. Commitment 3. Inspire the change. Summary. The final whistle. Foreword. Our philosophy. Equality, Diversity and Inclusion, for short, EDI. As the nation's #1 sport, football has an incredible power to bring people together, eradicate social barriers, and be a force for good across communities. At the FA, we are clear that our commitments have to start with ourselves. This means creating a more diverse workforce from the inside out and top to bottom. For that diverse workforce to thrive, it means working hard to nurture a culture where everyone feels safe, where everyone belongs, and where everyone can be themselves. We have to respect and value our differences and start from a place of curiosity and kindness, ensuring that behaviours that stem from ignorance are confined to our past. Through our England teams, we have to commit to having principled leaders who set high standards for their staff and players. We understand the power of role models and want our national teams to inspire current and future generations. As we step outside the FA, we are committed to tackling discrimination in all its forms across the game, from grassroots to professional football. To do this, we have to step in and lead the change by using our power as an educator and regulator to open people's minds, and to strongly sanction those who step out of line against the ethos of a game for all. We campaign in a way that demonstrates impartiality, and we commit to doing everything in our power to tackle behaviour that we deem to be against our philosophy of football being for all. As with our own organisation, we believe the game itself should be accessible and welcoming for everybody, and that every single person has the right to play the game with confidence and without prejudice, regardless of their ability and background. Sport can change people's lives for the better. We welcome proactivity in tackling abuse, opening channels to report discrimination, and encouraging people to come forward. Football can help lead the pace of change in the world, but we know we can't do it on our own. Working with stakeholders, partners, leagues, clubs, players, and leadership, we can collectively inspire the change we all want to see, a game that is inclusive for all. Football has the power to bring people together, remove barriers, and be a force for good. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect, and we're clear that there is no place for discrimination within our game. Tackling this issue is a priority for me, for our leadership team, and for our organisation as a whole. Together, we'll continue our fight to create an environment where everyone feels represented and that they belong. We have taken positive steps already through our In Pursuit of Progress strategy. This new strategy offers us the opportunity to build on our foundations as we seek to make football a game that is truly for all. Mark Bullingham, Chief Executive Officer, the FA. Our journey to change. We've come a long way, but there's still a journey ahead. Here are the advances we've made over the past 3 years. 2018, we launch our EDI strategy, In Pursuit of Progress, including representation targets and the adoption of the Rooney Rule. 2019, we report a 5% reduction in our gender pay gap. We launch our Asian Advisory Group in women's football and a refreshed version of our Asian Inclusion Plan. As an organisation, we proudly march at Pride London for the first time. Our Elite Coach Placement Programme gains pace, giving coaches from historically underrepresented backgrounds the opportunity to join our England squads on international duty. We launch partnerships with both Football Beyond Borders and Amnesty International UK to help increase diversity in both participation and leadership in the women's game. 2020. Our Rainbow Laces campaign across the Barclays FA Women's Super League, FA Women's Championship, and the Emirates FA Cup is a success, while our 50 county FAs empowered local clubs and leagues across the country to be vocal and visible on the importance of LGBTQ+ allyship. We elevate our focus on EDI with increased senior management accountability. The Football Leadership Diversity Code for the professional game is launched, focusing on senior leadership, team operations and coaching roles. 2021 so far. We unite English football to lead a boycott of social media channels to highlight the impact of online abuse. We launched the Football Your Way programme to encourage disabled footballers back into the game post-pandemic. We continue to publicly support players taking the knee before matches. Our Black Lives Action Plan is launched internally. Gareth Southgate's England men's senior team stands shoulder to shoulder in the face of discrimination and achieved their best tournament result since 1966 by reaching the UEFA Euro 2020 final at Wembley Stadium. We have so much to be proud of. I believe solid foundations have been built, and I've seen the organisation visibly change in the last 3 years. Our work continues, and we will keep pushing for even more progress to remove barriers and the unpleasant face of the game so that it can be played and enjoyed by generations to come. Paul Elliott, Chair of the FA Inclusion Advisory Board. Other EDI highlights. We've launched a range of initiatives and programs over the last 3 years, all of which contribute to making sure we have a game for all. Here are just a few of the activities we've undertaken. Mental health. Our Heads Together campaign, in collaboration with the Royal Foundation, changed the conversation around mental health and gained considerable traction across the whole game, culminating in the 2020 Heads Up FA Cup final. Key resources such as the Mental Health and Wellbeing Hub, mental health training, the Employee Assistance Programme, Headspace app, and a dedicated mental health and wellbeing manager are made available for our employees during the pandemic. Inclusion. Unconscious bias training delivered to FA leaders and all employees asked to complete a mandatory unconscious bias module. We launched our first reserve mentoring program to encourage dialogue across the organisation between senior leaders and employees from historically underrepresented groups. Our first employee network focusing on ethnicity is launched, with a plan to explore further internal networks in future. At the same time, we're also delivering divisional strategies, including inspiring positive change, women and girls football, Strategy 20 to 24, Survive, Revive, Thrive, Grassroots Football Strategy, an integral part of the FA Group's strategy. One of our 6 game changer objectives is to deliver a game free from discrimination. To make sure it is a game for all, with EDI at the heart of everything we do. Win a major tournament. Ensure equal opportunities for every girl. Deliver 5,000 quality pitches. Maximise the appeal and revenues of the FA Cup and Barclays FA WSL. Serve 2 million plus through a transformed digital platform. A game free from discrimination. A game for all are 3 commitments. 1. Lead the change by actively tackling discrimination on and off the pitch. 2. Be the change by building a diverse workforce from the inside out. 3. Inspire the change by promoting an inclusive and united game which is for all. Introduction. Lead the change. Discrimination continues to affect the game on the pitch, on the sidelines, on the terraces, and online. Our role as the national governing body is to give leadership across the game to tackle the big challenges and ensure the rules of the game can sanction and educate those who cause harm to others. We will continue to deliver updated sanctions and charges while delivering education, information, and support to players at all levels. We are working to make our venues safer spaces to ensure our matchday experiences are inclusive and memorable events that can be enjoyed by everyone. We will also continue to maintain pressure on social media companies and the government to protect users from discriminatory online abuse. We will lead the change across a number of key focus areas, and together we will tackle abuse and strive to drive it from our game. The following is a quotation. We want our England squads to be proud of their diversity and heritage. By coming together and embracing our differences, we can be stronger in football and society. Gareth Southgate, England men's senior manager. Commitment 1. Lead the change. In leading the change, we will focus on the following key areas: effective sanctions and EDI education. Implement discrimination sanctions and charges in line with the new FA policies and guidelines. Continually seek feedback and review our policies and guidelines to ensure they remain current. Deliver mandatory educational programs if individuals are found guilty of a discriminatory offence. Deliver education programs focused on EDI to our England players and support staff. Ensure they feel confident and supported in dealing with discrimination of any form. Focus on improving reporting across the National League system, Women's Pyramid, and the grassroots game. Tackle online abuse. Unite English football and effectively strive to tackle online abuse by using campaigns, protective platform tools, public policy engagement, and communication. Leverage technology and engage key partners to identify and remove abuse from our own and others' social media channels. Maintain pressure on social media companies and the government to protect users. Create safer venues. Use innovative tools and technology to deter antisocial behaviour at Wembley Stadium and St George's Park. Make it clear how spectators and visitors can report discriminatory abuse at our venues, identify and take appropriate action against anyone found guilty of abuse at Wembley Stadium or St George's Park. Develop a training program to assist employees and stewards at women's clubs to deal with and report abuse. Ensure reporting systems across our channels are robust and information received is acted upon swiftly. Address discrimination in football. Evolve current discrimination reporting channels and the execution of disciplinary processes in grassroots football. Commission research that addresses the ways in which our reporting mechanisms are serving their purpose. Lead the change. Key focus: tackle online abuse. While discriminatory abuse and hate speech is common across social media, there is an acute focus in football. Following recent abuse directed at players and match officials, we brought together the Premier League, English Football League (EFL), Kick It Out, and the Professional Football Association (PFA) to discuss a unified action-orientated approach towards tackling the problem. This is complementary to the Football Online Hate Working Group, which includes football stakeholders alongside the Crown Prosecution Service, Twitter, Facebook, and the UK Football Policing Unit. Having analysed the problem, we have explicitly asked the main social media companies to carry out 4 actions. These requests are that messages and posts should be filtered and blocked before being sent or posted if they contain racist or discriminatory material. They should operate robust, transparent, and swift measures to take down abusive material if it does go into circulation. All users should be subject to an improved verification process that, only if required by law enforcement, allows for accurate identification of the person behind the account. Steps should also be taken to stop a user that has sent abuse previously from re-registering an account. Platforms should actively and expeditiously assist the investigating authorities in identifying the originators of illegal discriminatory material. To date, these requests have not been met, but we will continue to press for change. We have also been working with law enforcement and government to explore different ways to address this issue. Areas we have been exploring include discussing the need for more resources to plug the gaps in the current enforcement system, reviewing and discussing current policies about witnesses, evidence thresholds, and sentencing guidelines, engaging and providing evidence to further improve the online safety bill draft, making sure that it addresses the issue and is enacted quickly, ensuring that social media companies will be held to account with a new robust regulation, and encourage them to tackle the current abuse ahead of regulation. We will do everything in our power to lead change. Lead the change. Measure of success, tackling discrimination. By 2024, we want to see over 90% of spectator and participant discrimination cases being closed within 90 days. In season 2020 to 21, 81% of grassroots football discriminations was solved within 90 days. Regularly educate participants and staff to confidently deal with incidents of discrimination on and off the pitch. Work with, challenge, and encourage relevant stakeholders to tackle online discrimination abuse. Tackling online discriminatory abuse is a key priority for football. People who play, watch, or work in the game should not be subject to this awful abuse. We must collectively drive this out of the game. Sanjay Bandari, Chair, Kick It Out. Introduction. Be the change. While we have made great strides in recent times, we will continue to focus on diversity across the game, both inside and outside our organisation. Our aim is to be more representative of modern society. As an employer, we want everyone to feel welcome and represented in our places of work. Through our 2018 to 2021 workforce targets, we have laid a foundation on which we can develop further. By 2024, we will have built a strong and diverse workforce with a diverse leadership team who work together to create a safe, enjoyable, and inclusive environment for all. The codes designed to drive diversity and inclusion across the game will remain key priorities, including the Football Leadership Diversity Code and our County FA Code of Governance, which aims to improve grassroots football across the country. Women and girls football continues to grow, and we will focus on developing diverse leaders and building the domestic female club pathways. We want to be the change. We will do everything we can to make both our own organisation and the wider game representative of the rich diversity of the country. To be the change, we will focus on the following key areas. Develop our workforce. Improve the diversity of our boards, councils and committees to ensure they better reflect the communities we serve. Through development and recruitment, create opportunities for more diverse leaders and role models across our business. Deliver and execute our new organisational disability plan. Refresh our brand as an employer to appeal to the widest possible talent pool. Work with specialist diversity recruitment partners to ensure a broader range of candidates consider us as their future employer. Embed inclusion education training into our induction training. Use digital tools to improve the quality of diversity data in football. Achieve the UK Sports Council's advanced level for the equality standard of sport. Increase diversity in football's future leadership. Educate and improve understanding of different lived experiences, including the delivery of mentoring programs for our employees. Develop school leaver apprenticeship program and extend our early careers work. Grow our youth development and leadership programs. A quotation follows. I am honoured to play an important role in creating a more diverse board at the FA, as we are committed to better represent the communities we serve. Kate Tinsley, FA Board Member. Support diversity across grassroots football. Collaborate with county FAs to ensure the delivery of EDI best practice. Support the delivery of the rollout of the County FA Code of Governance. Deliver targeted grassroots coach development programs. Champion diversity across the football industry. Encourage wider adoption of the Football Leadership Diversity Code across the professional and wider game. Explore launching a football industry mentoring program to develop talent across the game. Continue to improve and deliver diversity and inclusion education. Enhance the way we communicate with the world around us. Communicate significant FA workforce initiatives and achievements, such as pathways into coaching and refereeing. Improve accessibility of digital communications, including child-appropriate design formats. Grow the women and girls game. Develop talented and diverse leaders for the women's game. Continue to improve diversity and inclusion training. Develop strong and accessible domestic club pathways. A quotation follows. Our Women and Girls strategy plays an important role in supporting this anti-discrimination strategy. All aspects of our work across the FA come together to ensure equality and diversity is central to our mission. Baroness Sue Campbell, DBE, Director of Women's Football. Key focus: diversity targets. Diverse representation in our workforce continues to be a priority. Whilst we have made considerable progress against our targets, some teams are less represented across certain target groups, and we will work even harder to address these issues, with initiatives such as reverse mentoring, positive action programs, and high potential development groups. While setting targets and holding ourselves to account has made a big contribution to improving the diversity of who we are today, it should also be said that this will always be underpinned by the principles of shared meritocracy and a culture of shared values. In addition to our 3-year targets, we have set aspirational goals for 2028. 2 new targets in this strategy are disability. Addressing the underrepresentation of disabled people in our organisation will be a priority for us in the coming years. The launch of a new comprehensive disability plan will support us in achieving a more diverse and representative workforce. Ethnicity in women's national team coaching. As we've grown the women's game, we've made great strides in gender representation by nearly doubling the percentage of females in our women's game and coaching population over 3 years. However, representation of people from Black, Asian, mixed, or other ethnic backgrounds remains low. Over the course of this plan, we will develop initiatives to address this underrepresentation in the women's coaching workforce. Diversity targets. All employees, female, current 37%, target 2024, 40%, ambition 2028, 50%. All employees, people from Black, Asian and other ethnic backgrounds, current 12%, target 2024 17%, ambition 2028 20%. Leadership role, female, current 29%, target 2024 42%, ambition 2028 50%. Leadership role, people from Black, Asian, mixed and other ethnic backgrounds, current 8%, target 2024 13%, ambition 2028 18%. England coaching staff, women's game, female, current 56%, target for 2024 60%, and the ambition for 2028 60%. People from Black, Asian, mixed and other ethnic backgrounds, current 4%, target 2024 10%, ambition 2028 15%. England coaching staff, men's game. People from Black, Asian, mixed and other ethnic backgrounds, current 20%, target 2024 25%, ambition 2028 13%. All employees, disabled people, new, current 3%, target 2024 10%, ambition 2028 13%. Be the change, key focus, mental health on and off the pitch. In recent years, our mental health agenda has grown significantly, which has been a big factor to developing a more inclusive culture on and off the pitch. There is more work to be done to develop this agenda further from 2021. Some recent highlights include the delivery of mental health training and education for FA senior management, extended leadership teams, national coaches and performance staff to understand this important topic, spotting signs of struggle, seeking and giving support. Mental Health for All Foundation training is now in place for all FA employees to better the understanding around mental health. This work will continue over the coming years. Launch of a dedicated portal available to all FA employees containing information, resources, blogs, videos, guides and training to support the well-being of our employees. individual mental health screening at the start of each international camp for all England players from under 17 age groups to senior teams with access to specialist mental health support. February 2021 saw the launch of a Mental Health Champions Initiative, providing advice and support to grassroots referees and match officials from across the country. Further to our Heads Up campaign, which kick-started in 2019 and culminated in the Heads Up FA Cup final, the Mentally Healthy Football Declaration was launched, committing to make mental health a priority at all levels of the game across the UK, with support from the Professional Football Association, the Premier League, the English Football League, League Managers Association, Barclays FA Women's Super League, County FAs, Scottish FA, Welsh FA, and Irish FA. Be the change. Key focus. Diversity across the whole game. To help drive a change in representation across football's leadership team, operations and coaching, we launched the Football Leadership Diversity Code in 2020. We are encouraging game-wide sign-up to this code. The Football Leadership Diversity Code aims to accelerate the pace of change across a number of roles in clubs and organisations in English football. Every club, whether professional, semi-professional or grassroots, will have the opportunity to change the composition of their leadership, team operations and coaching staff to reflect modern England's diversity. Over 40 clubs across the Premier League, English Football League, Barclays FA Women's Super League and FA Women's Championship were founding signatories when the code for the professional game was launched. We are confident that the code will make a positive difference to football both on the bench and off the pitch. Be the change. Measures of success representation. By 2024, we want to achieve female representation of at least 40% across the FA workforce, with 42% in leadership positions. Achieve Black, Asian, mixed or other ethnic background representation of at least 17% across all employees, 13% in leadership, 10% across our England Women's Coaching Division, and 25% across our England Men's Coaching Division. Achieve disability representation of at least 10% across all employees in our organisation. A quotation. The women's game has grown rapidly in recent years, and our targets for diversity in women coaching are a clear testament to our commitment to employing a diverse coaching team across our England teams. Kay Crossington, Head of Women's Technical Development. Introduction. Inspire the change. As the governing body of the game, we are perfectly placed to promote football as being inclusive and for all. We want everyone to feel like they can be part of football, regardless of background or social status. We will deliver hard-hitting, positive and authentic campaigns alongside education programs across all aspects of the game, respecting differences and celebrating the things that make us unique. Our diversity programs will continue to grow and deliver change. Our positive action programs will ensure underrepresented groups have access to opportunities to enjoy the game. Our education programs will be inclusive, and our talent pipelines across coaching and refereeing will be diverse. More widely, our influence allows us to develop dialogue with football stakeholders across the country and internationally. We will inspire change, lead from the front, and use our power to positively influence every aspect of our game. Commitment 3. Inspire the change. Execute impactful campaigns and raise awareness. Deliver campaigns and content to support our EDI calendar. Work with the Premier League, English Football League, and other stakeholders to deliver anti-discrimination campaigns across the women's and men's game. Develop a motivated, diverse range of local leaders organising grassroots football. Grow our Respect campaign to support our ambitions for grassroots football. Share best practice and advise the Professional Football Negotiating and Consultative Committee and Professional Game Board to embed EDI across the professional game. Support and advise on the EDI agenda in the National League system and the Women's Pyramid, working with leagues and clubs. Deliver our core diversity programs. Launch county FA-led women's and girls programs to motivate diverse participants. Deliver initiatives across gender, ethnicity, disability, faith, and LGBTQ+ communities. Some examples include working with cross-football LGBTQ+ fan groups to raise awareness, break down barriers, and support inclusivity of participants and spectators. Our Rainbow Laces campaign and engagement with Pride in London. Our trans policy and supporting guidance. A pilot player care program in relation to LGBTQ+ identities in partnership with Stonewall. Interventions marking major events and dates across the country's largest faith communities. Continued focus on our Asian inclusion strategy, bringing opportunities to communities Phase 2. Our disability programs such as the Football Your Way campaign. Introduce a digital application process for people transitioning or requesting other dispensation, including disability and LGBTQ+. Quotation. We have made huge progress in our LGBTQ+ work across the FA. Marching at Pride was a powerful reminder for me of how football can bring everyone together, as people from all races, faiths, and sexual orientations came together to celebrate the progress we've made in becoming a more tolerant and welcoming society. Visible allyship will enable more and more people to live happier, more fulfilled lives. Craig Donald, FA Chief Information Officer. Engage and influence stakeholders. Maintain positive dialogue and strive to align with all our stakeholders on cross-football initiatives to enhance EDI across the landscape. Identify opportunities to share EDI best practice and role models with international audiences. Support UEFA's and FIFA's EDI campaigns and seek diverse representation in any relevant committee nominations. Use our positions of influence on UEFA, Exco, and with FIFA to increase diversity and inclusion across the global game. Build EDI as a focus area into tournament bids and delivery. Provide career opportunities. Retain the best talent with player-to-coach programs. Develop a dual career program for girls and women. Address workforce imbalances via positive action programs. Continue to innovate to drive positive step changes in our representation culture and workforce. Target opportunities for increased inclusion for underrepresented groups within our elite environment. Open up performance pathways via UEFA qualifications or Advanced Youth Award AYA bursaries and the integrated coaching strategy. Deliver world-class education. Ensure a focus on EDI is built into all England football learning education programs. Inspire the change. Key focus: positive action programs. With the aim of building a bigger and more diverse coaching talent pipeline, we will continue to target opportunities for increased inclusion of underrepresented groups within our elite football environment. The 2020-2021 season saw the third successive year of the Elite Coach Placement Programme, despite reductions across all England teams due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The programme, jointly run by the FA and the Professional Footballers Association (PFA), is designed to create opportunities for coaches from historically underrepresented groups to work within England national team setups as active or observational coaches. Over the last 3 seasons, many coaches have experienced the elite England environment from the senior teams to development squads across all age groups. Having gained valuable experience, coaches are better equipped for roles within the wider football industry. Recent coaches include Chris Powell, who supported the England men's senior squad during UEFA Euro 2020, resulting in the team's most successful tournament finish since 1966. We continue to see a growing cohort of coaches from the women's game entering the programme, including Alina Moulton and Corinne Brown. Others who have experienced the programme include Sol Campbell, Nicole Farley, Kieran Dyer, Terry Connor, and Paul Nevin. We look forward to hosting more coach cohorts and allowing them the chance to experience a career-enhancing opportunity within the elite England environment. Quotation: "It is an honour for any coach to work across the England player pathway." The opportunity to work with and further develop the best young players in England is a privilege. We all want success for our national teams, and I have the opportunity to contribute towards that. Marcus Bignott, Elite Coach Placement Programme Delegate. Lead the change. Measures of success, improving access. By 2024, we want to deliver campaigns, programs, and education to help change society's conscience by raising awareness of the impact of discrimination across the whole game. Grow our grassroots game to be more representative of modern society, including supporting and enhancing the ways in which county FAs address equality, diversity, and inclusion. Grow the pipelines of a high-performing coach and referee workforce in both grassroots and elite football, representative of females, black, Asian, mixed, or other ethnic groups and disabled people. Provide equal access to football for females in schools and continue to grow the women's game. The quotation follows: "The connection between the FA and the county FA network continues to grow strongly, and together our industry is changing to embrace people of all backgrounds into the wonderful game." Grassroots football collectively will be a better place for everybody to enjoy football. Steve Smithies, Chief Executive Officer, Cheshire County FA. Summary: the final whistle. To ensure our national game is inclusive, we all have a responsibility to step up and blow the whistle on discrimination. Here's how. The grassroots game, disability game, women's pyramid, and the National League system. If you've been a victim of or witnessed an incident of discrimination, report it to the FA at football.forall@thefa.com. Report it to Kick It Out through their online reporting form or via their reporting app available on both iOS and Android. Alternatively, you can email Kick It Out at report@kickitout.org. For grassroots football, complete the online form you'll find here, which also goes to the County FA. You can also contact the County FA directly. A full list of County FAs and contact details can be found here. Please note, if the incident occurs outside organised football, i.e. in competitions not affiliated to the County FA, the County FA can still advise on what your next steps should be. The professional game. The guidance below applies to domestic matches not at Wembley Stadium. If you're a spectator at a professional match and witness discriminatory behaviour at any point whilst inside the stadium, please report it to the nearest steward or police officer. Many professional clubs also offer fans at their stadiums a confidential text service to contact during the match, similar to the one operated by Wembley Stadium. If you're outside the stadium, on the way to or from a match, on social media, report it to Kick It Out via their online reporting form or via their reporting app available on both iOS and Android. Alternatively, email kickitout at report@kickitout.org. You should also report it to the police, either in person, by calling the local police on 101, by completing the online reporting form you'll find here, or by calling 999 if you are in an emergency. You can also report to the FA at integrity@thefa.com. If you're a professional player, the guidance below applies to any player in the Premier League, English Football League, National League System Steps 1 to 4, the Barclays FA Women's Super League, or the FA Women's Championship. If you or another player is subject to discriminatory abuse at a game by either the crowd or another player, report it to a match official as soon as possible. If for any reason you cannot report it to a match official at the time or after the game, you can email integrity@thefa.com. Further details on reporting discrimination and the process that's followed in these instances are provided on pages 26 to 29 of the FA's Essential Information for Players Guidance, which you will have been given at the start of the season and which you can also download below. If you're a member or associated member of the Professional Footballers Association, PFA, you can report discrimination incidents via equalities@thepfa.com or for online abuse at enough@thepfa.com. The PFA has support systems in place. You can read more about the PFA's work on reporting discrimination in football here. If you're a club employee at a professional game, if you're a manager, coach, physio, kit supervisor, or any other member of broader team operations and experience, discriminatory abuse from another participant connected to the match, player or staff member from the other team, you should report it to a match official as soon as possible. In practice, this would ordinarily be the fourth official. At games where no fourth official is present, you should report it as soon as possible to another one of the match officials. If the discriminatory abuse has come from a spectator and there is no fourth official, you should bring it to the attention of either one of the other match officials, the security officer or senior steward, or the person responsible for security at the game. If you're at Wembley Stadium connected by EE, if it's during a match or event, either text HELP to 66566, explaining your concern. Go to any of the customer information points on the concourses or contact your nearest steward or police officer. If it's before or after the match or event, for example on trains or buses or outside the stadium, you can either report it direct to us here, report it to Kick It Out through their online reporting form, or via their reporting app on both iOS and Android. Alternatively, email Kick It Out at report@kickitout.org. However you report it, you should also inform the police, either in person, by calling the local police on 101, by completing the online reporting form you can find here, by calling 999 if you are in an emergency. If you are at St George's Park, if you're playing or training at St George's Park and you want to report a discriminatory incident, follow the processes for professional football or grassroots football outlined above. However, if you're a member of the public and see, hear, or are the victim of discrimination at St George's Park, you should contact the on-site incident support team, either in person via the National Football Centre reception, by mobile, the number 07500 226 878, or by email to sgpsecurity@thefa.com. All large events at St George's Park are stewarded, so you can also report direct to a steward, who will in turn contact the on-site incident support team. Additional reporting channels for England matches. In addition to contacting the FA or Kick It Out through the channels listed on page 31, if the incident is at a home or away England match, i.e. any men's, women's or para game, and you are signed up to the My England Football or a member of the England Supporters Travel Club, you can email us at englandsupportersclub@thefa.com. Before every England game, home and away, we email all England Supporters Travel Club members outlining how they can report any type of negative or harmful behaviour they witness before, during or after a match. For England home matches, we also send this email to all other ticket holders. All of the advice applies to all England men, women's and para matches, irrespective of where they are played, alongside being applicable to development team matches such as the Under-21 international games. Reporting discrimination on social media. Whether it's in connection with professional or grassroots football, if you see a post on social media you believe is discriminatory, there are 3 ways to report it. These are: by contacting the site on which the post exists. See more information below. by reporting it to Kick It Out through their online reporting form or via their reporting app available on both iOS and Android. Alternatively, email kickitout at report@kickitout.org. By contacting the police, either in person, by calling the local police on 101, by completing the online reporting form you can find here, by calling 999 if you are in an emergency. Reporting discrimination direct to social media companies. As part of the collective organisations across football, we believe that social media companies need to do more to prevent and tackle online abuse. We are leading the charge on this issue, and we are currently lobbying the companies and working alongside the UK government to bring about meaningful, positive change. You can read more about this work online. However, until we see the change that we want, we can all play a role in highlighting posts that we believe breach the various social media companies' respective codes of conduct. There are reporting mechanisms for discrimination you may witness or are a victim of on some social media sites. YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.